Hello everyone, welcome back to the Maastricht Science Programme. I'm Julia, this is Victor, and we went out and asked the public of Maastricht what they would like to know about science, or if they had any scientific questions. So, on today's episode we will be discussing a variety of topics around weather and geography. Before we dive right into the questions, let's first define what weather is. What do you think, Victor?
Well, I think the weather is the general meteorological condition in an area, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's the state of an atmosphere. So, if it's clear or cloudy, wet or dry, stormy or calm, hot or cold. Now that the term is explained, let's jump right into our first question. Anouk asked us, why does the weather fluctuate so much in short distances?
So, Anouk seems to be asking about microclimates. Microclimates are small changes from area to area that do not follow general trends of the country. This change can come down to many different reasons. This can be because of the sea or mountain close by, or because the sun or winds hit these different regions differently. It can even be due to how moist the soil is or how humid it is. Meteorological phenomena are very complex, and it would take a long time to explain this in much detail. The study of a climate, however, is very important because it has such large effects. Even pilots in their job, for example, are affected. They need hot air currents to ascend, and these can be found more above even grassland compared to forest regions because forests are more humid and diverse.
Alright, thanks for the insight, Victor. I'd like to take up a question now about wind, since you also mentioned wind in your explanation. Cheng Fang asked why the wind speed was so high in the Netherlands.
Any scientific questions you would like to ask us today?
Yes, actually I wonder why the wind speed is so heavy in the Netherlands.
Well, wind is air in motion. The sun's rays warm our air and the earth. Because the warm air weighs less than the cold air, it rises faster. So, the cold air replaces the warm air from underneath, and this makes the wind blow. The Netherlands is a flat country and often has breezy conditions because of this. Breezy conditions are more the case in the winter than in the summer and more among the coastal areas compared to inland. The reputation of being such a windy country is also why the Netherlands is so often depicted with windmills. The wind in the country was used to make the blades of the mill turn and could help grind flour, for example. Today, the wind energy is converted to fuel the trains. Cool, hey?
So helpful that we can make use of these local resources. Very clever.
I agree. We can also measure wind with the Beaufort Scale. Have you heard of it, Victor?
You mean the Beaufort cheese?
No. The Beaufort Scale is a scale to measure wind speed and classify it. It reaches from level 1 to level 12. 10 is categorized as a storm and 12 as a hurricane, but this only occurs very, very rarely. The average wind speed in Maastricht is 15.6 kilometers per hour, or 9.8 miles per hour. And this translates to something between a 3 or a 4 on the scale, so not actually that high. What other questions do we have today, Victor?
Okay, so let's speak about Kevin's question.
Yes.
Nou, wij wonen in de polder en we willen graag weten of het echt zo is dat wij onder water komen te staan en op welk tijdbestek.
Why aren't we flooded if we live below the sea level? Well, this is a map showing what lands in the Netherlands are higher or lower than the sea level. You're at risk if you live under the sea level. But as you can see, Maastricht is in no immediate danger. But no worry if your home is under the sea level. The Dutch government took measures to make these lands safe. A sadly famous event pushed Dutch people to take floods very seriously. This was the Great Flood of 1953. With meteorological conditions combined with the position of the moon, a storm flooded the Netherlands. Many people died, houses were destroyed, cows were lost, etc. Work to prevent such disasters was put on the agenda, and so started the work. As you can see on this other map, the Dutch built dams to prevent the floods. To engineer these huge pieces of work, many years were needed, and also a lot of discussion. It is not only a wonder of engineering, but also a proof that dialogue can lead to great things, with, for example, the dams being modified to have lesser impact on the environment.
So, if we're really lucky, we also sometimes get snow in the Netherlands. Ansior asked, where does snow come from? The answer is actually pretty simple. As we all know, it snows when it's really, really cold, and the snow falls down from the sky. So, high up in the clouds, it's even colder than down on Earth, and small dissolved water particles, also called vapor, in the atmosphere freeze into small ice crystals instead of coming down as rain when it's less cold. Snowflakes are like little frozen raindrops, or many, many small clusters of ice crystals. Also, no snowflake looks the same. They may have similar patterns, but even if they're formed in the same cloud, their journey through the air down to the ground is different, and that's why they're all unique.
So that is all we're going to answer for this video today.
Yes.
Thank you for your questions and for tuning in. Don't forget to check out more videos with scientific answers on the channel. And
Bye.
bye.
Thank you.